I seem to be in my death era. No, I'm not dying. But I have a lot of friends who are losing parents and spouses, siblings. You know, we all kind of go through eras or seasons in life. Don't want to borrow too heavily from Taylor Swift, but we all go through these times in our life where the people that we most frequently associate with, we're all doing the same thing. We're getting married, we're having children, maybe we're getting divorced, maybe we're changing jobs, we're traveling more, we retire. And now we are experiencing the loss of parents and even spouses. A little bit too soon for that, in my opinion, but it's happened to people that I care about twice. Two different people have lost spouses in the last few months, and it's really hard. It's really hard on them. And I think, you know, in our own way, it's very hard on those of us who are acquainted with the person who has lost someone, because we don't know how to support them. Death is not normalized in our culture. How many of you know the right thing to say at a funeral home? Or to write a condolence? How many times do I look at my local funeral home and I see people writing, "Sorry for your loss"? It's like this repetitive thing. Sorry for your loss, sorry for your loss. I'm not sure that that's the right thing to say. It's an acknowledgement, certainly. How many of us know what the right thing to say is to the person who is left behind? I have learned one thing, that it's not a good thing to say, "How are you?" We tend to say, "How are you? How are you doing?" I don't think that's very helpful. How are you doing today? How are you feeling today in this moment? Grief comes in waves, and the waves may become fewer and further between. But what I often hear from people is not only dealing with the grief, but dealing with feelings of feeling happy again. They feel guilty for feeling happy again. They shouldn't. They shouldn't feel guilty about that at all. But I don't think we know how best to support them, and therefore we are part of the problem. We are part of that problem of helping them get back to finding a balance in their lives, remembering the person that they love. And I won't say loved as in past tense, because I don't think we ever stop loving them. They aren't physically in front of us anymore. It doesn't make love go away. But you know, I often hear, as I'm sure you do, that the hardest time is after the funeral, after the thank you notes have all been written, after the casseroles have all been eaten and the dishes returned. That's when it goes quiet in their worlds. Everybody's gone home, everybody's gone back to their regular lives, back to their jobs, their children, their spouse, their whatever. And this person who maybe has been a caregiver to their parent for a lengthy period of time, sometimes years, now doesn't have that anymore. That job is gone. And the person that they loved is gone. The spouse that you used to depend on to eat meals with, travel with, sometimes just sit in silence with. But the fact that they were there was enough. gone. I think we need to talk more about death. We need to normalize it more. We need to teach our children. We need to learn to say something other than sorry for your loss. What do you think? How do we get to a state where we can be good friends and give loving care to our loved ones who have lost someone to death? Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you feel we can normalize conversations around death better, because we're all going to be there. We are all going to be there.